guys, Mapletail here. Today I'm sharing some more of my mural painting process. I'll be painting a set of 2 small murals on electrical panels, using the theme of moths. Let's get into it. This was around the time I played the video game Kabuto Park. It's a little bug collecting and battling game with such a cute art style. It really inspired me to draw a couple moths that were featured in it. I chose the Luna moth for this one. I thought the pale green would look nice on the black background I was starting with. I started by lightly sketching the moths onto the wood, as I wanted to get their forms right, before going in with a series of pale greens for their bodies and wings. I did a couple coats to make sure the moths were nice and vibrant, then going in with purple and white for the signature Luna moth markings, before repeating the process on the back with even more moths. I had a lot of fun painting these. It was a nice change of pace to paint something a little more realistic, and to not worry about doing a background. It definitely helped that the weather was much nicer this time around too. This was a tough season for me. I'm doing much better now, but at the time, getting outside and painting or playing cute games like Kabuto Park definitely made a difference. Funnily enough, I was listening to the Attack on Titan soundtrack on full blast while working on this piece. A different vibe entirely. Sometimes it has to be done. The next panel I painted was much older, and needed a base color painted before any more moths. I went for a pale green, as I thought it would work well with the moths I'd chosen to paint on this one. One of my favorites, and not just because we share a bit of a name, Rosy maple moths. This bit of forest was deceptively hot to paint in. Nowhere near as much shade as I'd been expecting, and toasty enough to overheat my iPad, so I lost a little bit of footage here and there, until I found a cooler spot for it. Then it was moth time. Fuzzy little yellow bodies and paler yellow wings, more fuzziness with their pink antennae, and their distinct patterns, before finishing off with details of little yellow and pink lines for some texture. Many layers later, mostly on that yellow, that was that. Same thing on the other side. I got all the awkward little gaps filled in the background, before covering the rest in that pale green. While I used reference images for the moths on the first side, I figured I'd probably be fine for the second side. I was wrong. Always use references. I still think they turned out cute, but they're definitely shaped a bit differently. I also feel like I painted a few too many moths here, but it was kind of too late by the time I felt like that. Back to Kabuto Park, I put a more direct reference to it in this painting. The game features rare versions of each bug in a different color. The rosy maple moths being the reverse colors, pink with yellow instead of yellow with pink. So I painted one like that. I'm pretty happy with how this mural turned out too. But I do think overall I prefer the Luna moth one. I think the color contrast is stronger, and it has better composition. But I do love all my little moths, even the weird ones. So enjoy the rest of the painting, where time-lapse me catches up. Thanks for watching. I have one more set of murals to share in the next while, and then it's already almost time for me to start painting again. I'm so glad I found time to show these off. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my little guys, and I'll see you next Thursday.